Hey guys, welcome back to the Honda Resource. Today we're coming with another sponsored video from MaXpeedingrods. So today, on this episode, we're going to be opening up their catch can and also working on getting it installed on the Turbo Honda CR-V project. Now I did go ahead and open up this box, and it's actually been sitting here for about a month or so, and I'm just now getting around to really messing with it. But in the kit, you'll get some 10AN hose. You'll get some fittings, so it comes with 6 fittings. I think it's 2 90s, 2 straights, and 2 45s. So some 10AN fittings, and then 10AN hose. I don't remember how many feet of hose it comes with. I'll put it on the screen though. And it comes with the can. It's a baffled can. It's pretty sweet. All right, it's got a 2 10AN fittings on it, and it's got a drain valve here on the bottom. All right, and then up here is where the filter goes. Comes with our filter. This is the filter, and like I said, it'll go up here on top like that. What do I do with that drain valve? Oh, there it is. So here's the drain valve. It goes on the bottom of it. Alright, so I got the filter put on here now. I got the drain valve put in the bottom. It's just a 17 millimeter. You could put like some Teflon tape or something on that just to make sure you got a good seal. So we could just take it, and I was just looking at places in here that could potentially put it. I'm not going to leave it in this car right now. But you'll need a valve cover that has some 10AN bungs. I think there's some that you can find on eBay that already, this is like a bung that you can put in here without welding. Now this one here does have 2 that are welded on. This is the old one from my race car. This valve cover is. So it has 2 10AN bungs on it already. And so we could use those ports, and then you just have to come up with a location to mount the catch can. If you had a whatever kind of car. I don't plan to leave this in here. I'm just kind of doing it for demonstration purposes. So we can run the lines from these 2 ports over to those 2 ports with the provided line and fittings. So it comes with plenty of line and fittings to do it pretty much however you want to do it. So you could just put these 10AN fittings on here. Alright, you could angle them how you want, and then get the hose. So I like my hose around here. Do you like hose? Do you like hose? Okay. Alright, so you have to take these off like this. Alright, so I just popped this end off of this fitting right here. Alright, then once I got it off, just go over the end of this hose here with the tape still on it, and make sure you get the edges of that tape up under the fitting. That way you don't let that hose flare out there, because the nylon sheathing will flare out. Alright, so just keep screwing down on it until you get it to where it's trying to get that hose bottomed out right there at the bottom of those threads. So we got to keep turning a little bit, just holding the hose in one hand and turning the fitting with the other, and we're getting it pretty close there. And just gonna turn a little bit more, and I think we're looking pretty good there. So now we'll just take the fitting off of the valve cover, and then screw it into this fitting. Alright, so just keep threading that in there. So what we're after is to get this the threads where they're not showing at all here. So we got to just keep turning this in here until we get those threads all the way in. It'll get to a point to where you can't do it by hand. Just use a like an Allen wrench or an adjustable wrench, I would tape the fitting up to where you can really get it all the way in there. So we'll just go ahead, screw it on the valve cover for demonstration purposes. Alright, so once you get this end on, you can go over here with the hose, kind of figure out how long it needs to be. Alright, and then once you figure out how long it needs to be, pick your spot, and then take some masking tape, tape it up. Alright, say if I wanted to cut it here, I take this masking tape. Alright, just like one loop around it. It ain't got to be a lot. And you take a cutoff wheel on a grinder and go right through the center of it, and then you'll be ready to put your new end on. Alright, so what I've did is I taped that right here next to the end just to demonstrate how to cut it. I don't want to waste a bunch of this hose because, like I said, it's just going on this vehicle for demonstration purposes. So I'll put like a final install probably on my EK or something. But I just want to show you guys how you cut it. Alright, so you can see there I cut it in half. Now what I like to do is actually like blow the hose out, because you see all the pieces left in, or the just dust left in it. So I like, before I actually attach it to each end, I'll usually, you know, get it cut and then pull it apart and blow all the hose out with my air blower. But now we can put another fitting on that end there and then put it over on the catch can. Again, leaving the tape on there. And if you take the tape off, it likes to flare. The sheathing on it, it'll flare out and it makes it really difficult to get in here. Now sometimes if the tape is sticking out too far, you can actually peel it and get it out. Like once it's up in here, so it's already bottomed out. You see how it's sticking out just a smidge there. So I mean, you could get it with like a pair of pliers or something, or you could take a razor blade and just trim it to where it's not seen. Alright, so again, you would want to tighten this down all the way to where no threads are exposed, and tape up this fitting too. You know, just take some tape and you just put the tape around it. Like this. And like this. Alright, so I taped up the parts that the wrench would be touching, and then you can tighten it down, and this will protect the finish on the fittings to keep you from scratching it. So once you got it all the way tightened down, let's see if I can get this tape back off of here. So we're going to pretend like I've got this all the way tightened down. Alright, and then we could put it onto our catch can. It's kind of difficult to do with one hand with the catch can wanting to move, not being tightened down itself. Alright, so you can see I've got one fitting on the catch can there, and then I could do the same thing with the fittings as far as running a fitting from this one and going down here, and then that would be complete install. It's not that big a deal. Just make sure the catch can is secured and you're good to go. And, you know, occasionally you can just drain it there on the bottom of the catch can right here. So all you gotta do is you just turn this wing nut to the left. Well, I guess if you turn it clockwise, if you're looking at it looking down, but if you're looking at it this way, it's counterclockwise. So turn it to the left, and that's going to drain it. So then whenever you're done draining it, spin it all the way to the right, and secured, and then it's catching fluids again.
Time to take it all off.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how you do that catch can setup. Now I can show you a little bit more on my race car, kind of show you more of how I go about, you know, show you more of a complete system with all the fittings already on it. And so on my this catch can on this car, it's a different brand, but it's the same concept as far as how it works. So you can see here we got the two lines from the valve cover, and they come over to the catch can right here. And you can see there how the fitting is all the way together where no threads are exposed. You see? And you see I didn't do a very good job of taping them, and you see I scratched them up because I was impatient. So take your time, do it right. It'll make them look that much better. Also on this CRV, it has the MaXpeedingrods intake manifold, the throttle body also. So if you need any of these parts, you can check link in the description. This particular CRV here, it also has a turbo. All right, so we're doing some crazy stuff with this one. It's 6-speed LSD transmission. It's got K24 bottom end with a K20 Z3 head, K24 A2 cams. So it's going to be a little bit of a different setup compared to what most CRVs are run up and down the road. It's got some aftermarket shift cables and a bunch of other stuff. So if you're interested in any of the MaXpeedingrods stuff, such as this catch can, the intake manifold, or the throttle body, there'll be links in the description. And make sure that anything you buy on MaXpeedingrods website, you use the discount code YEET1, which I'm putting right here on the screen, and it'll give you 15% off anything on MaXpeedingrods website. So thanks again to Macy over at MaXpeedingrods for sending over this catch can, and we're gonna put it to good use sometime in the future once I get my other car. I was just trying to get this content out to you guys and show you about the MaXpeedingrods catch can. It's a very affordable price too. So thanks for checking out the video. Hope to see you on another video soon. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. Go check out MaXpeedingrods.com. See anything, use discount code YEET1. Peace.